Really?
Yeah.
He's yours.
You're live.
I see. Hello. Hi, Empire. How you doing? This is Afolabi Imokwede again, a Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation. It's my pleasure to be here this evening, as always, to keep you all engaged and to, to get into your conversation and know what's going on with you, what's happening with you out there, how you all doing in different parts of the country. Northeast, are you there? Say yes. Southwest, are you there? Say yes. North Central, Southeast, South, and finally, of course, which region have I left out now? Which region?
South.
Yes, it's South, Southeast, Southwest, Northeast, Northwest, North Central. Yes, I think it was Northwest I left out again. Okay, so it's a privilege to be here as always, just to discuss Empower. Let me say thank you to all of you that we met on the field in the first 18 months, 18 states that we visited since the month of April. Your memories would remain for a lifetime. Thank you for the many gifts I got from you, from the fried fish to the Jebu Gari, from Echi, fried fish from Khadijat, and many of you who obviously have extended one goodwill or the other. Thank you. For the other states who haven't visited, stay tuned. At some point later in the year, I'm sure we will make a stop. So tonight, we just want to speak briefly about the holiday period. It's holiday period, even though I know that for N-Health and for N-Agro, it's not a holiday. It's not a holiday, but for those of you in Nteach, I know it's holiday. It's been a long hard work in the last few months, working with your pupils, working with your students, and the last few weeks, obviously, just working with them to ensure that you had their scripts marked and they were able to get their results on time. I must commend some of you. I did see a post where some of you were actually taking it to the next level, digitizing the results of your students so that they could actually get their results by email. That is really what Empower is about. Empower, that's the story of Empower. It's really about you giving back to your community, even as your community also gives back to you. It's about you giving back to your nation, even as a nation has extended this lifeline to you from Mr. President. So that's really what Empower, and I commend all the good stories that you continue to send in. Let's always remember the much more, #much more campaign is still on, very much on. We want you to continue to impact and send us your impactful stories. However, for those of you now on holiday, I think you should note that it's really not a holiday for you because you're still going to get paid, right? So what we expect you to do is, let me recall the proverb, it takes a village. And you know that this is an age-long African proverb. Not only African proverb, it's actually global now, because I do remember that Hillary Clinton had also written a book on It Takes a Village. Now, really, the whole concept of It Takes a Village is really about wholesomeness. It's really about everyone coming together. It's really about, it's really about this handshake. You can see that when I do this, when I clasp my hands together, it's really about the handshake. When you wash your hands, you just can't wash your hand this way. You've got to do this to be able to wash your hands thoroughly. And that's what really It Takes a Village is about. And that's what I want to admonish my fellow volunteers who are currently in the Nteach program. Oh, yes, thank you. This is it. It takes a village. It takes a village. I want to admonish our Nteach volunteers this evening. Please don't look at this period that your schools are closed to think, oh, it's one time for me to now sleep longer hours or just idle away your time or spend all your time trying to watch movies that you perhaps they didn't get to watch during the active school terms. Let me encourage you to use this period. Let me encourage you to use this period to really focus on what can you do, what can you give back. Now, when I talk about even it takes a village, I'm not talking only to Nteach, because yes, NHealth and NAgro, I know you're still working. The NAgro volunteers, a lot of you have just finished your step down, so you are actually, your adrenaline is really now pumping, and a lot is going on. But let's remember that I need us to be very collective, to really put our heads together, work in your community. What can you give back to your community? Some of you may just need to actually put together extracurricular classes. Some of your students or some of your pupils that you noticed during the school term, they're weak in English, weak in maths, weak in their sciences, weak in the geography, or weak in just some general subjects. You may want to use this time to put up, to put up some sessions, some lessons for them, extracurricular lessons. Some of you may actually, form, some sports club. Just think about what you can do and how you can impact your community. I think that's what I really want to encourage us to use this holiday period for. For some of you, your schools are actually putting together maybe holiday camps, summer camps, youth camps, teenage camps, whatever. Please volunteer of your time, volunteer of your hours. Some of you may actually have some very active volunteer programs also going on in your community. Please volunteer and do something. And I would really want to get your reports at some point during the month, at some point at the end of the holiday. Let's get your report about what it is that you've done with your time. As I've always said to us, let's remember that the Empower program is really putting your future in your hands. And I think that no other person should be more desirous of taking their personal development in their hands more than you yourself. And all of this volunteer hours that you rake in, all of this impactful opportunities you look for in your communities, it cannot minus from you. It can't take away from you. It's only going to add to you. And I want to encourage us, I want to admonish us to do that. And let's begin to actualize the new Nigeria that you all dream about. Let's close our eyes and imagine the new Nigeria that you desire, and let's begin to actualize it and act it out in your community, not individually, but come together, 2 of you, 5 of you, 4 of you in a school, in different schools, in the agri team. You're coming to the, of course, except for the August break, but really this is a raining season. I don't know how much of a August break we may have this year, but this is also the time form clusters. Those of you in Nteach, for example, that you may not have to go to school every day. This is the time that you can actually form clusters with your other colleagues in the NAgro and go to farm. Go help the community farmers in your various communities. I'm convinced that if we really imbibe this message of it takes a village, I'm very convinced that you are all smart young men and women, and you clearly will really be able to articulate something beneficial to you and to your community as we progress. In line with this as well, it's important to really begin to think about what happens post 24 months. We've always talked about this, and like I've also admonished a lot of you at the various interactive sessions, you basically want to look at it from you want to begin to count backwards. This is the month of August now, and so it means effectively this is the 9th month of the program, which means effectively you literally have maybe 15 more months in Empower. So what I'm trying to say to us this evening is that this is a time when you also want to begin to harness certain skills, competencies. This is a time when you want to begin to explore all the materials we have put on the learning portal around the entrepreneurship. What are the entrepreneurship opportunities you could do? I've got a few examples here I could tell you from one of your colleagues that I did see even in Jaws who learned some of this craft, handicraft during our NYSC period. This is the time to practicalize it. This is the time to not only practicalize it. This is the time to use some of your savings from a monthly stipend to begin to think about how do you make this, how do you bet this idea, how do you bring it up? I mean, is it bead making? Is it soap making? Is it bread making? Is it pastries? I mean, these are crafts. These are handicrafts that you can pick up during the holiday. Some of you may even want to go up to the point of, retailing, whether it's retailing jewelry or retailing phone accessories. And then, of course, I've seen a whole lot of you that are taking agriculture. Agriculture with great passion. Emmanuel in Jos, he's Nteach, but all of his investments are really in agric, in the poultry farm that he showed us while I was there, and also in some of his crop farms as well. So a lot of you can consider fish farm. Having a pond behind your house. Fish farming, or 2, 3, 4 of you coming together, forming a mini cooperative, and you're able to invest in fish farming. Poultry. You've got poultry there. A lot of you have also done that already. Fruits and vegetables, that's something that you can look at. I saw a lot of good examples of that. The scented leaf in Anambra during my visit there. You want to look at that. And many, a lot of other opportunities that are in the agri space. Whether it's livestock, whether it's crop, whether it's processing. You may even be looking at processing. Like I was saying earlier that he gave me, processed gari and semo while I was in Ijebu in Ogun State. That's also something that, and she learned that in her early days of the program, during some of her sensitization programs when they taught them women in agric and taught them a bit about processing. So processing is also an area of opportunities you want to look at. Some of you, of course, may begin to look at investments maybe in a hair shop, unisex or male or female, whichever one, barbing salon for guys and a hair shop, the beauty salon for ladies, pedicure, manicure, caregiver, or even something like what you call dry cleaning services. There are a lot of opportunities, but I want to implore you that let's begin to utilize this time of your active period to also begin to consider what would you do, what can you do, what can begin to spur additional income for you, and what you can therefore, and that can begin to become a pointer, an exit pointer for you post your 24 months. We do know that yes, it's been a concern everywhere I've gone, and but I'm glad that a lot of our state partners are waking up to that reality, and also considering you as needful investment that have been invested in over 24 months, and as such you would be worthy of employment post your program. And that's the reason why I must enjoin you as I continue to be dutiful. No fewer than a few states have mentioned that. The Kogi State Governor said it, the Edo State Governor, a few governors have made the public pronouncements that they would be extending offers to those of you who really excel in either of your areas, whether it's a teach, whether it's agriculture or health, post your 24 months. So please let me admonish you again that take your work seriously. Let's remember that Npower, it's about learning. You need to learn online, learn offline, learn on the street, learn from your mentors, learn from your instructors, learn from the kids, learn from the old farmers that you're working with in the community, learn from your patients. It's really about learning. Continue to learn, continued learning. That's what Npower is. And then again, learning, of course, they also have a sample of your device here, which I will speak to in a minute. I know there have been a few delays in getting them over to you, but I'll speak to that in a minute. There's also a lot of learning that in here. We'll be taking some sessions, we'll be taking some sessions soon that would also explore all the various materials that are in here that are learning materials for you. So let's understand that Npower is about learning, and I want you to continue to learn. Don't wait only until you get your device. Learn anyway, learn anyhow. That's one. The next thing is about work. And I've just told you the benefit of work, that when you do work, then when you do work, you are setting yourself up for a positive consideration at the end of the program. And the last one, which is what I started with when I talked about you developing your skills, is really about entrepreneurship. And to that, I want to say passion to profit. So that's something that I need you to also believe in and know that whatever you do now, as we've spoken earlier, in the various opportunities you're exploring, really you want to consider areas that you can drive a lot of passion, area that move you, and that can, but being able to convert your passion now to some level of profit. We don't frown against it in Npower, but what we do frown against is when you use one, when in the pursuit of one, the other suffers. So always remember the three stools, the three legs of the stool. It's about learn, it's about work, it's about entrepreneurship, it's about passion to profit. So what do I mean? When it's time to learn. When it's time to apply what you've learned at work, please do. And when it's time to explore entrepreneurship opportunities, clearly do the same. When you're able to balance the three in Npower, that's what makes for a successful Npower volunteer. So I'm going to speak less today because I want to devote. So if you have questions, you're able to say it. Just so that you know that I'm not using any private tablet. This is your Npower tablet. So I think starting with your Npower tablet, apologies, I must apologize that we've not come to update you on deliveries. We've been working behind the scene to ensure that we have a hitch-free device distribution to you in your various localities. But we have assurances of the Bank of Industry that by the end of this week, we should have more of you within Lagos and Abuja metropolis being able to pick up your devices. But again, like I said, don't rush anywhere. Don't fall for any fake news. Just stay calm. We would contact you. You would get a message that tells you to come to a particular center or the other to pick it up. And I think next week as well, by next week, we would also have quite a few more states coming on board. So let me just apologize and say that stay tuned to get some updates from us on behalf of the Bank of Industry. And so let's keep a date with next week. And from next week, we would roll out some more updates for you, and a lot more of you will begin to will be able to receive your devices. We're going to ensure that we maximize the month of August to ramp up as many states and as many of the devices that we have received to get to you. But remember, like I said, this is only for those batch A. Those of you who were able to select your devices between on or before March 27, 2017. For now, those who selected Samsung, yes, we've got the bulk of Samsung in. This is one of the Samsung. Those who selected Afri1, yes, you're also safe. Those who selected the floss signatures, we have that, and those who selected RLG, the RLG tablet, we have that. And I think those who selected the Z Pad from Zynox as well, we've got some of those orders in. Let me again apologize for those of you who had selected Beta. I think it's the Beta. We're having a slight delay with the vendors Beta Computers, Brian, and Techno. But we'll keep you updated. But those that we have, you will start receiving, and then we'll keep you updated as we go along. The other thing is July stipends. I'm sure you've all already started getting alerts. But for those, I'm told that there's been quite a bit of challenges with those using First Bank. We would check again tomorrow. Last month I knew it was Diamond Bank. I don't know why it's First Bank now, but we'll cross-check again tomorrow. And if that is confirmed, don't worry, we would ensure that they sort out those issues and they get you paid, just like your Diamond counterparts last month. Please continue to bear with us. This is a technology enhanced program, and so please continue to bear with us. We'll keep doing our best to ensure that we're able to do, give you the best of service. Before I open up to your questions, I also know that there have been a few concerns around the VAT tax, the Ntax application. Well, I think those of you who had also listened to me at the various interactive sessions, I've always made this clear that the Npower program is primarily the Agri-Teach and Health. Agri-Teach and Health, yes. But this year, in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Finance, a new component was introduced, the Ntax component, and a few of you, some of you applied. We got a total of about 200,000 numbers for the Ntax application. So the selection process had been that we needed to fast track that of Ntax in terms of doing the tests, and then they also wanted to be able to conduct some physical assessments, physical assessment of you, physical verification, and progressing on to an assessment interview, and before there is what you then call a selection before deployment. But unfortunately, there have been some logistic challenges as we speak right now. So just stay tuned. We're working closely with the Bates team to get updates from their end. But we released an update today to say that Npower, as the Npower program, as you know, we handled the application, hence you were able to apply for VATs on our portal. We handled the test, the BVN validation, hence those of you who had your BVN details valid had gotten invitation to go write test, and those who didn't, you obviously know that you couldn't progress because of that. And the testing, those of you who've written your test, yes, we handle the testing. The other aspects of the journey of the process is clearly a Federal Ministry of Finance arrangement, but we do with limited support from us. So that's the situation, and we needed to put that clarity out there because there had been a lot of concerns coming to Npower, but we needed to be able to redirect those concerns to the appropriate channels. They themselves today have received quite a lot of feedback from you, and they had contacted me before this live feed to say that they would be reviewing their processes, and we would be having a few meetings soon enough from tomorrow, and we'll come up with a revised update for you on that. But be rest assured, like we've always said about the Npower program, this is one program that is it's transparent. This is one program that is what I normally like to say, it's an even platform for everyone, but then it's a competition. So some or many will apply, but some will be chosen, and some will be deferred. I don't want to say not chosen, but you'll be deferred, because what we're also doing is encouraging a lot more of our government agencies across board who are doing, who do need human resources, who do need volunteers, be it full-time, part-time, however, to consider this pipeline of ready and available Nigerian youth. So we're doing everything on your behalf, and we would always keep you updated. I hope that answers the questions on the VAT and tax. So let me begin to take your specific questions now. Yes, this whole issue of payment. I think these issues of payment, again, right now, by my last count, and that would have also increased slightly today with the July payment in now, there will be some of you who perhaps would have received your first payment, being this July payment. We really have done our best to ensure that we accommodate as much of you with this payment challenges. The issue of payment is not a problem of our process. It all emanates from you not being able to give us the appropriate information. So I really empathize, but we can't do more than we are currently doing. We need to be careful not to pay the wrong persons, and so please, if you keep Ibrahim, you say you've not been paid for 8 months again. I don't know why it is taking you 8 months to know that you need to update your records, and some of you update your records, you still go back again for payment, it comes back again invalid. We'll continue to work with you. Contact the call center. The support email is there. The call center will also try and work with all of you. But again, let's remember that it's only for those who are qualified. I want to advise as many of you to go to the MPVM portal. Those who have been absent from physical verification, your status is already updated as absent. Those who were disqualified, your status is updated as disqualified. What does that therefore mean? Except you are able to prove otherwise, it just means that if you have those status on your profile, you can't be paid. You won't even be in a payment environment. But if you're in a payment environment because at one point in time or the other you had been declared invalid, or because we had called you at some point in time, then that's good. That's good hope. It means that we know you, we see you, and as long as you give us the necessary updates that ensures that 2 of your names are matching, then you should be paid. Now, what we did observe, however, from some of you, about 2,000 of you that we tried to pay 2 weeks ago as part of our June supplementary batch 3, was that a lot of you, your BVN is correct, your BVN is correct, your details are correct, but your BVN was not linked to your bank account. So there are about 2,000 of you now that last month should have been your first stipend, but they came back again saying that your BVN is not linked to your bank account. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing any one of us here can do about that. You have to do the work. You have to go to your bank and ensure and confirm and double confirm that your bank has linked your BVN to the account you have provided us. If you fail to do that, you would always just continue to remain unpaid. So Fadugba, same issue, you've not been paid. So postponement, Amusa says wants to know the reason for postponement of the Nteach tests. I think the reason was very clear. We did mention there, we did mention there that let's remember that the portal was extended. The acting president had extended the application period by 2 weeks from what should have closed July 13 to July 27. So in order to accommodate those who applied during the extension period, July 14 to July 27, we gave that extension so that all the NAGRO and NHealth who applied during the extension period are able to write their own test. So hence we're giving the few days extension. So Nteach, yours will now start Tuesday, August 8th, by August 9th, yes, Tuesday, August 9th, and then it will continue for a few weeks. It will continue for a few weeks within the month of August. Okay, so thank you, Salami, for believing in Nigeria. Technology is coming gradually to Nigeria. Nigeria shall be great in the mighty name of God. Thank you, amen. Honest Effion Gessian, you're talking about December backlog. Well, like I've said to you before, December backlog only belongs to those who will receive their names before December 31st. So if you've been getting paid the other months and you haven't gotten December, then perhaps you don't qualify for December. But I think and continue to enjoy the ones that you have gotten and worry less about 1 month. Do we have anything like Npower Senate list? I heard that Npower 2017. I can't read it again. It keeps going off. We need help here. It's gone off. So.
Ashiwere
No.
Isaac.
Yeah, I just need
No, you can just.
Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to read your question. So, good evening, sirs. And Lawrence Oluwadamilare, any party does my national skills certificate to be issued with the end of 2 years qualifying for teachers registration council in case teaching profession because my career choice. I would ask that you contact the teacher registration council to assist you with that answer. I wouldn't want to give you an answer that I'm not sure about. Aniebet Umfon, please, the same phone number and BVN I use in logging in saying, oh jeez, it's so difficult to, I don't even.
Just down.
Okay, so Blessing Badi, I learned that some people that register for this 2017 Npower are already doing physical verifications. I've explained it's NTAX or VATE NTAX, I've explained already. No, which is it coming up? I want to stay on top and then be able to go down myself. So should I go to the bottom and then coming
this
up?
is the top.
Yeah, but newer ones are coming on top.
Yes.
No, so I want to go from, so it's just easier for me to. Sorry about that. This is live feed. Okay, so, I've spoken about device. Adekola, you were talking about device. I've spoken about it. No, this thing is not working. John, okay, I've spoken also about device. Olafisoyo John, I've spoken about device. I've spoken about device. Fidel, Mokwanye, Victoria Onyi. How does one know if his BVN does not match? Well, we are initially sending SMS to those of you that it didn't match, but now once it's time for your test and you were not able to log in, then it means it didn't match. Let's remember that we closed with 2.5 million, so we added to device another way other than having to send SMS to everyone. The selection process seems to be taking quite a long time. I don't understand, baby, what you mean by that. Application just closed last week, so please let the process run. We have to ensure that close to 2 million people do tests. So thank you. When does payment for a volunteer start? Is it when one is verified or when the program started in December? Well, the program started in December, so it's interrupted. Once the program starts, when the program starts in December, payment started. Well, for you is when you are verified. That's when you're, because we can't pay you for when you didn't work. So it's from the day that you are verified that you get. Sorry, it's just so difficult to catch up. I just can't follow through on this. My NPVN status is blank, neither showing qualified or disqualified. Send a mail to the tech team. Good evening, please. When should okay. Please, how can I don't know how to do this. This is things are just I'm not able to catch up on these questions. Applied on July 27 I grow. Possible date for my test. I've told you you should be able to write your test between now and Monday. So check on the testing platform. Are there more steps to take after taking an agro test? No. After your test, just relax and wait till we announce pre-selection. I missed one number in my BVN during registration. What can I do? Sorry, it's too late now. Good luck in your future endeavors. Egwano Obama, are we going to be retained after 2 years? Retained after 2 years. I've just spoken about permanence. In terms of it's a lifeline given to you. Work out your own future now. But then, for those of you who do well, opportunities abound, and you will be considered. Nuruddin below, I've said it already. I've spoken about devices. Rosleek, oh yeah. Sorry, the question has disappeared. Hello, Ben. I saw qualified on my status. I haven't been paid. If my details have been corrected, will I be paid or exited from the program? Well, I mean, do all that you need to do to update your payment details. If it's been updated, I'm sure we'll pass you to payments. Let's see how soon you can get paid. Adefala Sodi, good evening, sir. May God bless. Nasiru Muhammad Chiroma, good. I apply for an agro. Oh, okay. I don't advise you putting your personal details on a live details like this. Please, if you want to send BVN details, send us a private email. Backlog payments, we would get to backlog payments soon. When are the 2017 applicants getting started? Wait till we'll update you. Let the test continue and Voke Everest, what's my fate? I couldn't write the test due to incorrect BVN. Good luck next time. There's no Amara Maureen, the device collection centers are circulating. Is it genuine? There's no device collection centers circulating. Just wait to get information from us. Don't fall into the hands of fake news people. Rabiu Mohammed, please concerning about physical interview which is going to hold later. Please, what's the stand for those that are not yet finished the NYSC? This program is for those who have finished NYSC. So by the time we're doing physical verification, you have not finished NYSC, you will be disqualified from the program. Aziz Idowu, thank you for this comment. Npower has really changed my life for better. I'm happy. Kudos to the initiators of this program. Honestly, this is the only program I ever knew in Nigeria that was done with full transparency and without any political influence. Thanks to Buhari administration. Thank you, Aziz Idowu. God bless you. Benedicta, Lagos Ibudo Odogo, Lagos Npower December and general outstanding. There is no outstanding for Lagos Npower. You started working in February, and so your payment starts from February. I dealt with this while I was in Lagos. This is payment for work done, so it's only from when you start to work that you can claim payment. So Lagos Npower, please, there is no December or January for you. You missed that. You were only verified in February, and you deployed later in March. As such, payment started for Lagos Npower from February. Kemi Adeola, well done, sir. Thank you very much. Mohammed Nafiu Abdulaziz, please, how can I change his location when I suppose based? Yes, deployment will still be Ubong Isong. Deployment will still be based on local government of residence, state of residence. Yes. I've spoken about NTAX, Adams Umfon, Odemusu Olokun. When is Nteach starting the test? I've just announced August 9, by the grace of God, next week, Tuesday. Joanne Idakwo, thanks for the great work, sir. But my December backlog, again, I've spoken about December, but as you process backlogs, those who qualify for December, you will get it. Where you don't get it, then you don't qualify for December. December stipend is for those that we did get their records in before December 31st, 2016. Well, Okonkwo Mishak, if you know the reason why you have not been paid, that difference in names between your BVN and Npower, then go and update. That's all we have been talking about. So call the call center or visit the support line, the support email, and provide proof and work hard to update. The Idowu K. Is Idowu K, what happens to Lagos volunteers? I'm sorry, your question has gone. Ayobami Akinde, so what of those that have just received 2 payments? Yes, that's you received 2 payments because that was when your account was updated and you continue to receive. You would get your backlogs soon. We are processing that now. Raphael Ove, please, I have not been paid since December. I've spoken about payment. Backlogs, ECHO, I've spoken about it. Good evening. When will the Lagos Enago start deployment? I don't understand. Are you talking about the current batch? Please send me a mail. Send us a mail. Are you saying that Enago in Lagos have not been deployed? The last I checked, I know that they've been deployed to different farms. Well, if that's the case, please send us an email so I can take it up with the Lagos focal person. Prince Adeyemi Olalekon, device collection, I've already said it. We'll give you updates. If you want payments, I've said it already. Okay. Can I know the local Larry's next be? How can I know the local government I chose during registration? I don't understand. What do you mean? How can you know the local government you chose? You are supposed to have chosen the local government of your residence. Ibrahim Kamal NTAX, I've spoken about it already. Elechi Amadi, You are really funny, you know. You've done training because you didn't get lunch during your Enagro training. You're looking for monetary. Better go and use your power of Enagro to become a wealthy man and have many more lunch. Afolabi, my namesake. Oh, okay, sorry, it disappeared. Akonde Oluwatoyin. How can I retrieve my reference number? Well, I was told to be sent to my mail. I would advise you to check your spam mail. It was probably sent to your mail and it's in your spam. I advise you to check your spam mail. 20. Okay. This is. Sorry, running a master's program, do on IG while on Nteach. Except your master's program is weekend and evenings. But please, you cannot run a master's program that debars you from going to work. Idowu K, what happens to beneficiaries? Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, Safa. I want to ask your device I'll set by Npower. I don't know which one is exactly Samsung tab because there's a picture provided by Npower. This is not the Samsung you have. This picture is not the Samsung tab. So, but you selected the device, so go to the go to your portal. It's there. I've just shown you how a Samsung device looks. This is a Samsung device. Thank you for the commendation, Emmanuel Anifoshe, for a job well done. God bless Nigeria. Amen. Select successful candidates. Alex will make public the selection criteria once it's ratified. Good evening, Umar Nasiru. I need more clarification. Nasarawa, what has disappeared? Npower for non-graduates 2016. We are going to deploy it for 2016. We didn't take application for 2017. But we will start deploying you in batches from September. Joanne Idako, I see myself as a federal staff and I really want, sorry, again, I can't read it. So those of you who have selected to have a waiting list, yes, waiting list, just be patient. We'll give you updates about your physical verification and getting onto the program. Yes, once we send you a text, we know you, so stay patient, we'll give you updates. Payment issues, I've spoken to payment issues. Well, Glory Ebuara, challenges you are facing about not being able to update on MPVN. Yes, we did that for your safety. A lot of you were careless with your login details, and so other people were able to get into your account to update your MPVN. So what we've done is sensitive information cannot be updated easily. You need to send us a mail, and the mail is there on your MPVN. When you send us a mail, we'll check, we'll call you to confirm your identity before we're able to make any updates. NTax, I've spoken about NTax. So, okay, I think, thank you. Most of these questions now are basically repeats. Gimba Mana said those who wrote tests last week expecting a response, there's no response. Just wait till when we have done our pre-selection. Disqualifying people with no reason, that's not true. Ashiwaju Kunle Adeogun, if you are a disqualified candidate, you know the reason why you are disqualified. And if you want to contest it, there's a grievance form in your portal that you can fill. And when we look into your case, if there's value in it, we will qualify you. Okay, all these other questions. Thank you, Kazim, Kazim Brian Bola. Thanks for keeping the good work, sir. What is the latest update of Lagos to December and January? There is no January and December, unfortunately, for Lagos Npower. Sorry. Your payment started from February, and that's it. Can you show us the Techno tab? Unfortunately, I don't have one here. But Techno is also delayed, as you know. Just a few we have, but I don't have one here. Okay. Thank you about Kemi Olure. You've written your test, so stay positive and stay expectant. Remember, 2.5 million, we're only picking 300,000, so stay positive and stay prayerful. For Labi, my namesake Adetunji. Okay, I come to you again. Selection of device. I do not have the verification logo on my profile. I can't select a device. Have you been receiving payments? Selection of device is only for those who have been paid and are able to receive payment. Now, if you've been receiving, if at least you've been able to receive one payment, go try again now, because they've started profiling everyone who at least have been able to receive payment from last week, so that you can select their device. What will be the use of the device? Ibrahim Mohammed, are you sure you are an Npower volunteer? I don't think so. I honestly do not think so. Ebu Esther Fapetu, I use my YC account. Will it not affect my salary? Honestly, I'm sure that's why. Have you been paid? That's the first question, because a lot of you using NYC accounts are not able to get paid because there's a cap on it. But if there's no cap on yours and you're being paid, there's no problem. Well done job. So when are we going to have our devices of 2016 beneficiary? Of course, everything about devices now is for 2016 beneficiary. We haven't even selected 2017 beneficiary yet. How does the Npower iPad look like? Well, it depends on the grace, Ugochi, depends on the vendor you picked. I don't know the vendor you picked, but this is how Samsung looks. Every one of them will have this sticker, the president's face, but that's what Samsung looks. I don't know what vendor you picked. Mr. Basir, if info on device selection, I've told you already. Samsung is the strongest tab. That's Mr. Falabi using it as a sample. Deco George, no. I have used Afri1 as a sample last week. So today is Samsung, don't worry. Very soon I'll have another one too to show you. Thank you. Gideon Onya Nogbezina, if my BVN is linked to my account before the end of Npower Growth test, can I still write the test? I don't know. We have already validated. So, well, I don't think your issue, for those of you still in the application process, your issue is just so long as your BVN details are valid with your portal application. We haven't gotten to payment yet, so it's payment that your BVN must be linked to get paid. Nteach, John, Jennifer, follow instructions. We've just told you Nteach, your test starts next week. So why are you looking for text? Why are you looking for SMS yet? I've left the screen. I don't know what I hit. Okay, thank you very much. I think really most of the questions I've taken, the rest are really more of repeats. So just to wrap up, to summarize, for those of you who came in, who may just have joined, NTAX I have updated to say that it's a Federal Ministry of Finance VAT program. We are partners with them to the point of application, BVN validation, and online test. So every other step around physical interviews, assessment interviews, and selection is primarily the prerogative of the Federal Ministry of Finance VAT team. However, we are well aware of a few logistic challenges that have been experienced in some locations and all that has happened since yesterday and today. So we will be meeting again with them and we'll give you some updates soon enough. That's the update on NTAX. There's also been issues around payment. I've said it again. Payments, again, all we are doing is really for your safety. We want to be sure that we do not pay the wrong person. So we must ensure that your details match. However, this is a night month and we cannot continue to hold on for too long. So we really hope. We had said by July 31st, anyone that we couldn't update your records may have to leave the program, but we will still give you a few more days, a few more weeks. Our support team is working assiduously to ensure. But again, at some point, we may just have to cut it off. So please ensure that your details are updated so that you can be paid. Some of you, like I said again, we tried to pay you last week, 2,000 of you. Details are correct, but your BVN is not linked to your bank account. So please go ensure that you're able to do that. Let's remember where I started. It takes a village. It takes a village. It takes a village. I sign up, I endorse, it takes a village. You ensure that you do that during this holiday. Those of you in the Nteach, look for community involvement jobs that you can do. At the same time, let's remember passion for profit. It's also a time for you to really be able to maximize what you're able to do with your stipends, investments. We've spoken about opportunities in agri, opportunities in small businesses that you could and just identify your passion and see how you can turn your passion to profit. And I encourage you to use the proverb, it takes a village. Don't just look only about yourself, but see how you can do it together. Ensure that you continue to impact your community in and out of service. And I'm sure that as you do that, you would find fulfillment, you will find sustainability, from an economic standpoint, even in the remaining 15 months in the program. And then clearly, as you continue to strive to be the best at your places of primary assignment, you would also be able to come in contact with opportunities that may earn you permanent jobs. It is my prayer, like I said to you last time, that a lot of you would exit the program before it even comes to an end, because like Daniel Joshua, who got a job in CBN, and many of your other colleagues that have gotten other jobs, you have come, you are beneficiaries of full-time employment from other quarters. On this note, let me say thank you for your audience. You already know that you're watching me or listening to me is because you're aware that we have this channel, the Facebook channel. We would always be able to reach you through this channel, and you can reach us through this channel. You know about Twitter handle at Npower_NG. You can reach us consistently through that medium. And of course, you know about our Instagram handle. You're also aware of our WhatsApp chat group. And then we have the call center. The call center that's got 2 shifts, all through morning and evening. You're able to reach some of our support lines, and the email is there. Support at mail desk. Oh, sorry, let me not give you the wrong email. I think it's support at mail-desk.com. So what is it? .ng? Sorry. You know it. It's right there on your MPVM portal. I'm not an Npower volunteer, so you know the support email. You can always reach us through that medium as well. Don't forget also #much more. Please get onto that campaign. Oh, apparently I'm reminded. There's actually a hashtag here. #it takes a village. So we want to hear from you. Whatever you're able to do, with this, it takes a village. Please document it, share it with us, share it with the hashtag on Twitter, and of course, again, it's actually #passion to profit. We want to see what you're all doing. I've seen some of you in the 18 states I've visited, but let's see more of you online, and hopefully I'll catch up with you in the other 18 states later in the year. Till we'll see you again, stay blessed and stay empowered. Thank you.